Hey, shalom everyone. This is Kris Shoemaker, also known as Yehudah ben Shomeyr, and welcome to the Daily Drash. Today's Daily Drash, I want to talk about idols, and I want to talk about the demons and or the fallen angels or heavenly entities that work through and inhabit idols. Back in the biblical times, most idols were, just a simple carved piece of wood that was overlaid with some precious metal, such as gold or silver or whatnot. It didn't have any movable or working parts, but there was definitely a presence felt in these idols where these fallen heavenly entities, whether they be angels or what have you, would inhabit these idols, these statues, and cause poltergeist activity to happen in and around that area to make the person believe that that idol had power, that idol was the effigy and representation of that god on earth and could act through that medium. Today, we don't really, we live in the Western world, most of us, and there's really not any idols. You have some pagan religions that still worship and bow down to idols, but what we have is action figures and dolls and things of this nature, and they are effigies. They are images of representing, human beings or representing, aliens or things or what have you, and they have movable working parts. And a lot of people has probably seen on YouTube or other social media about haunted dolls or dolls being possessed that move on their own, and they have these cameras that they put on them for a 24-hour period to actually capture, or sometimes by mistake, or just by chance they're recording something else, and then somebody notices, hey, this doll moved on its own. Well, yeah, that is demonic activity. Back in the day, after these just pieces of wood that were overlaid with gold that became idols, the engineers who made idols became a little bit smarter, and they would actually make idols with moving parts so that the spirits and the entities could manipulate these idols and make them move. Not only that, they also engineered them in such a way that they would make sounds on their own. Sometimes it's likened into a tea kettle. You fill a tea kettle with water, put it on the stove, and it whistles. Well, some idols were made that when you put a sacrifice in the hands of this idol or in the mouth of the idol, and there was a fire underneath this idol that was made of metal, it would bellow or it would howl or it would whistle because it was designed almost like a tea kettle to do so. So today, it's like Satan can't do anything new. He always repackages what he's doing. So in the Western world, where we don't necessarily have idols per se, we have action figures and dolls and figurines that the demonic spiritual entities will manipulate and will make it move and things of this nature. And so if you're a believer in Messiah Yeshua and anything like that happens, you can just command it to leave in Yeshua's name, that it has no right to be there, or to any right or legal claim, because you're a child of God, because everything you have and own is dedicated to God. So it has to leave. It has to go. So just kind of keep that in mind. And just as equally, just as I mentioned earlier, that how some idols would cause poltergeist activity to happen in around it, something very similar happened, but yet with the Ark of the Covenant. The Ark of the Covenant is representatory of God's throne on earth. And in the tabernacle and in the temple, the very presence of God would reside between the two cherubim, the two angels that were on the mercy seat of the Ark of the Covenant. And in one instance in the Old Testament, the ark was captured by the Philistines and was put as a trophy in the temple of Dagon. Dagon was a god that was half man, half fish. And it was interesting that when the Ark of the Covenant was captured and put in Dagon's temple, people would come the next day, and Dagon was fallen face down on the ground, as if it looked like it was bowing down and worshiping towards the Ark of the Covenant, towards the presence of God. And they thought, oh, well, this was just a freak event. It just fell from its post or its stand. So they set it back up. The next day, it not only was fallen down, face down on the ground before the ark, but its head and its hands were broken off So it was sent a message to the Philistines that the Ark of the Covenant and the God that the Ark of the Covenant represent was more powerful than Dagon, that Dagon had to submit to that power. Anyways, I just thought this would be a little different, interesting daily drosh for you, something to chew on as you go out throughout your day. So go out there and make this day a great one. Thanks for listening. Shalom and Shavua Tov. Abraham'sDescendants.com, getting back to the first century in a 21st century way. Thanks for watching. Stay connected by subscribing to our other social media accounts and visiting our website at Abraham'sDescendants.com. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to press the like button as well as the subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and the notification bell that'll let you know every time I make a new video. And don't forget to share this with a friend. Also, visit our website at Abraham'sDescendants.com. Thanks. Shalom.